And the traditional values conservatives, the various communities of faith, the people for whom the most important thing in their life is practicing their faith and raising their children, are both on that issue, to be left alone. There are sometimes ways where people want to be exclusionary, but those do not move votes towards the Republican Party, and they're not an asset to the Republican Party or the country.
I don't know whether that round of applause is because I'm gone from Congress or because there's no one else like me right now in Congress as a Republican openly out. Don't worry, there are others there. We just need to make it more comfortable for them. And even more importantly, I guess, as an openly gay person, I don't forget the experience I had when I came out and talking to John McCain. I had gotten word that the Advocate was going to run an article about me, and I decided that I would take matters into my own hand and I would talk about it. And before I did, I felt that it was necessary to communicate with, obviously, associates in Congress and with friends, even with some family who I hadn't, I'm sure many have had this experience, hadn't talked to about this issue to. And actually, John McCain was the very first person in the political realm that I had an opportunity to talk to about it. And I drew him aside as we were leaving a breakfast meeting of our Arizona delegation. And I said, John, there's some personal information that's going to come out. This is, of course, only a month after the passage of DOMA, so it was still very much on the minds of everybody. There's something that's personal that's going to come out that I need you to know about me. At that point, he just put up his hands. And he said, Jim, it doesn't make any difference. Obviously, he knew. He said, it doesn't make any difference. You're a great legislator. You're a great legislator today, you're going to be a great legislator tomorrow. You're my friend today, you're my friend tomorrow. So none of this makes any difference. 14 years ago, 18 years ago, I can remember, 16 years ago rather, at the convention where we nominated George Bush at the time. It was a convention with Pat Buchanan that was filled with hate. That doesn't exist today. You're not going to hear any of that here at this convention. So we are making great progress. Make no mistake about it, we have a long way to go. A long way to go. But we're going to get there, one step at a time.
On the most important issue that LGBT Americans faced in the last decade, the federal marriage amendment, John McCain stood with us. And so now we stand with him. So today I'm very pleased to announce that Log Cabin's National Board voted last night to endorse Senator John McCain for president.
I just wanted to come here in person. Thank you very much for the endorsement on behalf of Senator McCain, on behalf of the campaign, and also I hope everybody leaves here feeling very confident about this election.
Look at the polls. There was one interesting one from Monday, CBS News, New York Times, a poll of convention delegates and alternates. 49% of delegates support either civil unions or marriage equality. Certainly, Phyllis Schlafly and her crew have too much power in our party, but don't lose sight of the fact that among rank and file Republicans, there is much stronger support for basic fairness for our issues. But one thing is crystal clear, that Tony Perkins and James Dobson and Gary Bauer haven't gotten the memo yet. But make no mistake about it. We are winning. This is our party too, and we're not going anywhere. We care about the values of this party too much. We care about our nation too much because we understand the future of this nation is too important to step away.
Well, thank you for the endorsement. It's very helpful to the campaign, and I want to also first say it's an honor to share the days with Congressman Colby. I was the political director of the RNC in 2006, and when the congressman decided not to run for re-election, we could essentially chalk that district up to a loss. That was a very difficult district for Republicans, but you were able to obviously transcend that and get so many votes from Republicans, Democrats, and Independents. So I want to thank you, Patrick, and the entire board for your endorsement. I could not pretend to show you what is in Senator McCain's heart better than Congressman Colby did. I think that is an accurate description of Senator McCain. He's running an inclusive campaign and will have an inclusive administration. He is somebody who is running the Republican Party, and I think it's a very good thing for us, good thing for the country.
I think he's been an inclusive leader, and we look forward to talking with him once he's president. Certainly we don't agree with him on every issue, but he's always been someone who's been willing to listen and consider the issues that are important to our community, and I know that will continue when he's elected president.
Constitutional amendment.
We certainly disagree with the platform. There's no Republican who agrees with everything in the platform, and quite frankly, the day after it's passed, it's put away for 4 years. People vote for candidates, not for platforms.
And to those who say Obama would be a better candidate for gays and lesbians, I mean, how do you respond?
Equality will be impossible to achieve unless more Republicans are supportive of basic fairness for gay and lesbian people. A one-party strategy is destined to fail. And so we have to work and educate on issues of importance to the gay and lesbian community. But it's important to point out about the Democrats. They have a long record of saying nice things about the LGBT community, but their record of actually delivering is pretty thin.
It's a very great pleasure and an honor to be here. I felt it important to accept this invitation as a symbol where one of the highest ranking officers of the National Party can come here and tell you how important the gay and lesbian community is to the success of the Republican Party. We are allies going forward. Your endorsement of John McCain will spread far and wide across the United States.
It's so important for our community to have a strong presence in the Republican Party so that our vote isn't taken for granted and so that we can gain new allies among Republicans for gay rights.